Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we'll be diving into a unique group in English and Scottish literary history, that is about the Scottish Chaucerians. So these poets were highly influenced by Geoffrey Chaucer, who was known as the father of English literature. And Geoffrey Chaucer also played a key role in developing the Middle Scots literature. So in this video, let's explore who they were and why they mattered and what makes their work more distinct than the others. So first we are going to know who these Scottish Chaucerians were and why they are named as so. So the term Scottish Chaucerians refers to the poets in 15th and early 16th century in Scotland who admired and emulated Chaucer's literary style. So unlike English poets who directly followed Chaucer, the Scottish Chaucerians adapted Chaucer's ideas to reflect Scottish themes and experience to bring a fresh perspective to some familiar styles. So, as we read about the Scottish Chaucerians, we got to know about Chaucer's influence on them. So, now let's learn something a bit more about Chaucer's influence, how his writings influence the other poets. So, Chaucer's influence in England was monumental. That's why he is named as the father of English literature. And his works, like the Canterbury Tales, were groundbreaking in their storytelling method and use of their English vernacular language. His style, themes, and narrative technique inspired a generation of poets beyond the England and especially in the Scotland. So Chaucer helped to shape the development of Scottish literature in the 15th century. These are some of the names of the key Chaucerians, key Scottish Chaucerians, and we'll be learning about some of the key Scottish Chaucerians in this video, who are Robert Henryson, William Dunbar, Gavin Douglas, James First of the Scotland. So we'll be learning more about them in this video in details. So the Scottish Chaucerians, they followed some stylistic convention from the Chaucer, such as rhyme, meter, themes and allegory, blend of courtly and vernacular elements. So we'll be learning about their work and how these themes were incorporated into their work. So we'll be learning about these themes and styles more. So the rhyme meter, they adopted Chaucer's use of the rhyme royal stanza and iambic pentameter. However, they occasionally used Scottish dialect, which added a unique rhythmic quality to their works. And they also embraced Chaucer's love for allegory and narrative complexity, but they also often added layers of moral and social commentary, which reflected the Scottish society. So the Scottish Chaucerians, they maintained the courtly elegance of Chaucer's work, but they were not afraid to blend it with their everyday language of Scots. So this combination created a relatable yet elevated style for the Scottish Chaucerians. So we'll find about these themes and styles incorporate into their work as we'll delve deeper into their works and deeper into their life. So the first Scottish Chaucerian poet we'll be learning about is Robert Henryson. So Robert Henryson was often seen as the most accomplished of the group, and he wrote the Testament of Cressida, which was the continuation of Chaucer's Troilus and Cressida. So in this work, he explored the themes of fate, justice, morality, and this work reflects his deeper and more philosophical approach as compared to Chaucer's lighter tone. So Robert Henryson's work is a brilliant example of how Scottish poets could take Chaucerian's inspiration and add their own unique local elements. So the next poet we will be learning about is William Dunbar. So William Dunbar was known for his versatility, and his works range from satirical poems to solemn and religious meditations. And his most famous poem, The Golden Task, which was written in a Chaucerian dream vision style, This work of his showcases his mastery of allegory, symbolism, and imagery. But William Dunbar also added his own distinct humor and biting satire, which made his style more unique than the other Scottish poets. And the next poet we are going to know is Gavin Douglas. So Gavin Douglas, who was a bishop and a poet, he is the most famous for his translation of Virgil's Aeneid into Scots, which was later called Eniodos. And while Chaucer has translated some of the classical works, Douglas took it further by making the classical literature accessible to the Scots. He also infused his translation with Scottish dialect, making him as an essential figure in bringing classical literature into the Scottish culture. So his contribution to the Scottish literature was worth remembering for. Next, we are going to learn about the James the First of Scotland. So James the First of Scotland, though primarily known as a monarch, he is often also regarded as one of the earliest Scottish Chaucerians due to his deep admiration for Chaucer's work and his own contribution to the Scottish literature. So during his captivity in England, he became heavily influenced by the English literary styles, particularly those of Geoffrey Chaucer, whom he openly admired. So this inspiration of Chaucer is quite evident in his major work, The King's Square, which is also known as the King's Book. This King's Square is a long allegorical poem which was often compared to Chaucer's romantic and introspective themes. So James First The King's Square reflects Chaucer's influence in both structure and content, and it is written in the rhyme royal manner, which was a stanzaic form that Chaucer popularized throughout his period. So James First The King's Square stands as a testament to his skill as a poet and his admiration for Chaucer, marking him one of the pioneering figure among the Scottish Chaucerians. And his blend of introspective romance, allegory, and Scottish perspective enriched both Scottish literature and the legacy of the Chaucerian tradition that followed in the Scotland. So now we are going to learn the how the Scottish Chaucerians has influenced the latter literature or the latter period. So the Scottish Chaucerians played a crucial role in the Scottish literature, helping to shape the Middle Scots as a literary language. So their works bridge the gap between the Chaucer's Middle English and the more modern forms of English and Scots. So interestingly, while their influence waned in the Renaissance period, their contribution laid the groundwork for the later Scottish poets such as Robert Burns. But they also ensured that the Chaucer's legacy extended beyond the English borders, enriching the literary traditions of both England and the Scotland. So that wraps up our look at the Scottish Chaucerians. As we learned, these poets may have started as the followers of Chaucer, but they quickly developed their own voices and they added a new dimension to his style. So if you all enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to like, subscribe and comment below if you have any kind of queries. Thanks for watching today's video and see you all in the next literary journey. Till then, take care and see you all in the next video.